Hello, I am Jeffrey Houston,
And I'm Michael Houston.
and I will be telling you today about something about Ark Survival Evolved. The developer, I believe it's Wildcard Studio, got sued by Trendy Entertainment, the creators of Dungeon Defender. Apparently, there was this guy Jeremy who worked for. I think that he worked for Trendy, is what I'm getting from the article. And pretty much what Trendy is saying is that he poached talent while he was at while he was at Trendy, then went to go start up Wildcard Entertainment. That is, of course, illegal. You cannot poach something at all, rather it be talent, animals, or whatnot. It's just illegal and just makes you seem like a horrible person all around. This lawsuit started back in the. I'm not seeing when it started. I'm thinking 2014, if I'm reading that correctly. And apparently they settled for some $40 million. $40 million. That's a lot of money, but not as much as they wanted originally, which was $600 million. That is way too much for almost anyone to give. It's unclear whether Ark will continue to be around or not for much longer, but Wildcard did just recently release a free-to-play version of Ark Survival, and apparently GameSpot reported that Ark has sold millions of copies and ranks as the most popular game on Steam, which is really surprising for what type of game it is. It's not really my type of game, but who knows. Also, I'm reading here that Wildcard fired back, labeling Trendy's accusations as, again, per GameSpot report, irrelevant, immaterial, impertinent, and scandalous. That's kind of making me think that he is guilty of sorts for poaching talent over at Trendy, then saying, hey, I'll pay you a lot more if you come work for me over at Wildcard Studios. That to me just makes it seem like you're a lot more guilty of doing it. Anything you want to add?
Not really.
And speaking of lawsuit, I believe you have another lawsuit case for us to read about.
Yes, I do. I was reading online while I was at work one day and heard this. Microsoft is suing the Justice Department to protest electronic gag order statute.
Wait, so we're talking the Department of Justice, like the government Department of Justice here?
Yes. Basically, what's happening is the Department of Justice and different organizations in the government keep issuing orders to Microsoft for people to see people's email. And most of the time these will have end dates on them, or sometimes they don't. But the thing that Microsoft is starting to say now, and the reason that they're coming out about this now, is it's violating, according to Microsoft here from the article I'm reading, Microsoft says it's violating people's First Amendment right, their First Amendment rights to talk to their customers and let them know when their emails are being watched and looked at. And it's also violating Americans' Fourth Amendment rights to know when their property is searching and seizing their property. I think Microsoft is right here.
Same with me.
The act that they're talking about, that it says here, in its suit filed Thursday morning in Federal District Court in Seattle, Microsoft's home turf, the company asserts that the gag order statute in the Electronic Communications Privacy Act of 1986, as employed today by federal prosecutors and courts, is unconstitutional, in addition to violating the Fourth Amendment rights of customers and breaches the company's First Amendment rights to speak to its customers. A spokeswoman for the Justice Department says officials are reviewing the filing, and that's all they've really had to say on it.
You know, while I was thinking, I'm thinking back, and I believe this isn't the first time Microsoft has clashed with the government. If I remember correctly, they've clashed with the government one time before, along with Apple. I can't remember exactly what for, or the exact year.
It was actually what he's actually thinking about is they were with Google, and what they were talking about was they were going after him for the whole bunch of leaks and stuff that Edward Snowden was talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of, and this isn't like we just said, isn't the first time they'll clash, and I doubt it'll be the last time Microsoft tries to sue the government. I personally find it funny that twice Microsoft has went after the government, and twice they've won.
Well, we don't know if they're going to win yet. Like I said, the Department of Justice is currently reviewing the filing, and so we don't know where this is going to go, but I just found it to be kind of interesting.
Now, I'm not trying to defend the U.S. government here by any means, but shouldn't they have some sort of, prosecution like, hey, we know that this guy, and this guy are indeed terrorists. So, shouldn't there be some sort of, reasoning behind this instead of just, hey, we want access to these guys' emails because we think they might be terrorists, instead of we know they're terrorists?
Well, and looking at the Electronic Communications Privacy Act of 1986, there's nothing in there that gives anything of beyond reasonable doubt. You can... I'll leave links to everything that we said here today in the description. So you guys can go and read through it for yourselves. But what kind of got me with this is think about all the stuff today that comes in people's email. You got credit card statements, you got bank statements, personal things that you may not want other people to see. So all it takes is somebody to look at one thing, and then they could ruin your entire identity, basically.
I mean, if you want to see just how upset people can get over emails, April Fool's Day was just a couple months or weeks ago, and take a look at Google's big email. Everybody got in an uproar over that for justifiable cause, and it's something we won't cover here. We might cover it in a future episode if you guys want, link in description below. But pretty much what happened was people were sending a popular meme out, and some business emails and some other private emails had this, and it seemed a little rude. So just take a look at all the uproar about an email can get people. So if an email gets that, then imagine what something like this will get people's attention for.
So that looks like it from this. Like I said, I'll leave links in the description for everything that we talked about here today, in the description below. Let us know if you guys have any stories that you want to see us cover, or if you have anything you want to see us talk about in general.
And let us know some other ideas you guys might want to see us try. We do like to cover gaming news, but we do want to branch out our topics. So if you want to see us do anything like top 10 list or top 5 list, or just any other type of game reviews like our previous episode, then let us know in the description below as well, along with if you have any news stories in particular you want us to talk about. Just dedicate a whole episode to any type of news story, then we will gladly do that if we think it's good enough to make an entire episode about it. I believe that's all we have. I am Jeffrey Houston.
And I'm Michael.
And we are signing out.